getting out of here.
Is there anyone up here?
That gave legit goosebumps there.
She jumped off the bridge.
Are you counting me? Hi, and welcome to this episode of BS Paranormal Investigations. This episode is different and unique compared to any other episode. So, most episodes we go into a place, or I go into a place, and we show you, or I show you, what it is we're doing. You can see where the cameras are, you can see where we walk, you can see where we go, what we visit, what we do, things that happen to us, and we try to show it from a first-person point of view. When we're sleeping, we show you that cameras are on us while we're sleeping. You can get a variety of perspectives. And we also tend to create a much shorter version of the episode after the original episode airs. And that shortened version is called Just the Evidence. And it is what it says. It's just me on here narrating the evidence. In this case, the evidence will be an interesting K2 session, some audio clips, and a couple of orbs. Bradley and my position on orbs have been fairly, I guess you could say, steadfast since we started this a few years ago. We do not buy into them, but we understand that there are people who do. So what we do is we present all the things that could possibly be orbs, whether it's dust, bugs, or energy. It's for you, the viewer, to decide. We don't judge it. We don't knock it. It's just we don't buy into them. We know there are people who do. We're going to share them with you. And so this episode is unique in that sense that it's just the evidence. The reason it's this episode is because the owner asked that this location be anonymous. He doesn't want his name, the hotel's name, or the city where it's located to be mentioned. What I will say is this was my first stop in my paranormal road trip 2021. It was in Mississippi, and that's as far as I'm going to go. This is my first investigation in that state. I've never investigated anywhere else in that state. I do intend to go back to other locations. There's about 50 places I can go to in the state of Mississippi that, are supposedly haunted. The pieces of evidence from this episode are going to be introduced by title slides. And at the end of the episode, I am going to give a verbal statement on specifically why the owner asked for it and just kind of my opinion on the situation that led to it. So go ahead and enjoy Just the Evidence, Undisclosed Location, and I'll see you at the end of the episode.
So, I just sat on the bed. I decided to do a K2 session on the bed. It seems like in most places I go, I get much better results on the bed than I do anywhere else. I do have my thermal camera over here next to me. I have my camera right here. I have been messing around and I figured out pretty quickly that these two, yeah, they make it go off a little. Yeah, see, they make it jump up by a bar. So I moved those out of the way. So anything you see from here on in should be a decent representation of what's happening. Now I am on the bed, and I do have that camera right there pointed at me, so it can see what we're doing. Kind of as a testament of like, oh hey, yeah, this is happening on the bed. And we do have the EMF detector up there on the fireplace mantle. I do have that camera over there kind of pointed toward it, as well as the cabinet up there and the ball on the dresser and the ball on the fireplace. So it's a big bed. You could join me on it. Do you want to join me on the bed? Do you want to talk at all? Does all this technology just clutter up the room? Is that what you think? All right, so I'm asking questions, but I'm not sure I'm clarifying one thing. The one thing I'm not sure if I'm clarifying is whether or not you know how to work this stuff. So if you've never seen this stuff before, if no one's ever come in here and did what I'm doing right now, what you do is you just come near me. Come near me, come near this device. And as you get close enough to it, you touch it just a little. See how I do that? I just tap it, lights go off, and you communicate with me. So just start tapping that device. If the answer is yes, just make lights flash, and if the answer is no, don't make them flash. So if you don't mind, go ahead and give me an affirmative. Can you make the lights flash right now? Can you make the lights flash for any reason at all? Do you not want to participate in this? Which means, like, if you just want to give me, a big middle finger and tell me to go away. Are you ambivalent? Meaning you don't care. You don't care. Okay. What do you care about? I'm going to go through some things. Just flash lights when I hit something that you care about. Thank you. Do you care that I keep the room clean? Do you care that I have good things to say about this place? Do you care that I am sitting here talking to you? Okay, so I will say one pattern I get is every time I get chills, the lights go off. Is that you? I've done my best to get here as quickly as possible, so driving from the Colorado Territory to the state of Mississippi is it's kind of a long haul, you know. Um, Pretty hungry. For some reason, I really want ham and cornbread. Ham, like I do like ham, and I am occasionally in the mood for ham. Yeah. Wait, is ham and cornbread one of your favorite things? Okay, I gotcha. I gotcha. But cornbread is not something I'm normally in the mood for. I have to be in a right, like, flavor mood for cornbread these days. Um, Ham and cornbread, okay. Like a ham and cornbread, like you take the cornbread, put the ham in it as like a sandwich, like kind of as a treat. Or do you like put cornbread in the ham and like roll the ham up and eat it like that? Or do you just have it on a plate and eat it with like fork like normal people? I'm just being weird now. Now, I'll tell you one thing I'm always in the mood for some fried okra. Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed this episode. Again, a full experience episode is never going to air, but I hope you got something from the evidence. Let me know in the comments what you think of the audio, what you think of the K2 session, even the orbs. Just give me a heads up. Do you think that we still take orbs too critically? Do you think we should take them more seriously? Yeah, seriously. Do you think that we should, you know, dismiss some of the audio for whatever reason? Do you think we should dismiss the K2 session? Do you find a K2 meter to be a little too gimmicky? Let us know in the comments. What I want to do now is take a moment to explain why I've had to go in the direction I have with this episode. First, I wouldn't even feel comfortable at all airing this if we had a significant number of viewers. The reality is we have 54 YouTube subscribers. Of those, I don't know how many watches or how many times they watch. I do know that if my channel was larger, I would probably wrestle with this decision a little bit more. But I also know that we have close to 1,000 followers on Instagram. Heck, by the time this airs, we might have over 1,000. We have 220 something followers on Facebook. The reason the owner did not want his name, the name of his hotel, or the city mentioned in this episode is because of his prior experiences with a couple of paranormal teams. He's had people like me and other paranormal teams come in and things went smooth. The reality is, though, is that when things didn't go smooth, it was really rough. And he does not like having those experiences. He does not want his hotel associated with the paranormal because he doesn't want to attract more paranormal investigators. He told me 2 stories. One story was a paranormal team came in and, they were making a lot of noise. They were running up and down the stairs, creaking in the hallway. And it disturbed one guest to the point where they left in the middle of the night. They asked for a full refund because the goal of a hotel is to spend the night. You want to sleep there. They did not get that chance. They were disturbed all night and they hated it. And, when a business loses money because a paranormal investigation team can't show respect, that's a problem. And it is a problem that impacts other paranormal teams, and it's a problem that impacts even individual people who want to do an investigation. And even though I kind of sit on the more skeptical side of things, I'm still part of this community. I still go to these historic locations, and I want to just experience being in that historical space. And I want to see maybe this time something does happen. Maybe this time I catch something. Maybe something changes my mind. Can't do that when other people are ruining that opportunity for us. That being said, I did have full permission to investigate the room I was staying in. I did walk around the rest of the hotel, but I didn't do it with my gear. It was just me walking around. I honestly didn't experience anything paranormal on my walk around. I didn't hear anything, I didn't feel anything, I didn't see anything. But it was an awesome location. It was an awesome historic building. And I would love to go back and just hang there for a few days in this town and just take it all in. The other story that he told was a paranormal team came in a couple of years ago and completely trashed their room. There was garbage all over the floor. There were stains on the carpet. He had to get professional cleaners out there to clean up their mess. And in the middle of the night, they turned off his circuit breaker, messing up a couple of things around the house. That's not okay. Typically, when you go in for a paranormal investigation, you talk to the owner, you ask them, what can I do? What's off limits? It's called respect. It's called being a good person. Again, when you don't do that, you mess it up for so many of us who are good investigators, who do go into a place with respect, who do follow those basic human decency guidelines. So don't be that person. If you're not that person, thank you so much for being a positive force in this community. And I'm off my soapbox. Please like, subscribe, hit that bell.
Here's the door.